Lesson 15 is the last lesson in this topic where we're dealing with ratios, ratio tables, and graphs of proportional relationships. So we've pretty much done everything in this section, and this is kind of a culmination of everything we've been doing. Students are responsible for providing snacks and drinks at the Junior Beta Club induction reception. Susan and Myra were asked to provide the punch for the 100 students and family members who will attend the event. The chart below will help Susan and Myra determine the proportion of cranberry juice to sparkling water that will be needed to make the punch. Complete the chart, graph the data, and write an equation that models this proportional relationship. First thing we need to do in order to complete the chart and graph the data, we have to find the constant. And we find the constant by taking the y value and dividing it by the x value. So constant equals y over x. And I picked the first column because both I filled in. Y is 4/5. If we divide that by 1, we'll get 4/5. So that means that the equation of the proportional relationship is y equals 4/5 of x. Now that we have the equation, we know that we can take whatever's in the x column and multiply it by 4/5 to get what's in the y column. And we can also take what's in the y column divided by 4/5 to get what's in the x column. So let's look at our first blank, which is in the row with 8 under sparkling water. And I know if I take 8 and multiply it by 4/5, I will get what should be in my y column. So 8 times 4 is 32, and then we're going to divide that by 5, and we'll get 6 and 4/10, and 4/10 is equal to 2/5. Okay. And then in the next row, they give it to us, and then in the following row, they give us the cranberry juice. We can divide by the constant, so we can do 40 divided by 4/5, which is the same as 40 times 5/4. So 40 times 5 is 200, and 200 divided by 4 is 50. And then the following column is 100. So we need to find 4/5 of 100. 4 times 100 is 400, and 400 divided by 5 is 80. So now that we have all of the values for our table, we can now graph our proportional relationship. Now, we know that x is the water in cups, and we know that a y is our juice in cups. Now, the range of values goes from 1 to 100. So we could count by tens, and I think that will fit everything. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And the juice goes from 4/5 up to 80. So again, I think I'll go by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We should absolutely do this a little neater. Okay. And this is kind of going to be a rough estimation because you have values like 4/5. So for 1, it's going to be 4/5. We'll have a point somewhere down there. For 5, it's going to be 4. So point somewhere there. For 8, it's going to be 6 2/5. Again, we'll have a point very close to that. For 12, it's going to be 9 3/4, something amount there. For 50, 20, 30, 40, 50, we're going to go up to 40. It's right there. And then 180. So now we have some points on our graph. We can take a nice straight line or a straight edge and plot that nice straight line. And we can tell it's a proportional relationship because when we look at it, it starts at the origin and it's a nice straight line.